You know what, Charlie? I think he's right, dude. Only a couple of jabronis come out here without skates on. I gotta do this thing in skates, man. You know, work up a routine, really jazz the crowd.
You know, can I stop you, though?
Yeah.
You keep using this word jabroni, and it's awesome.
First of all, iconic. I didn't know people still use the word jabroni. The last time I've heard that, I think, was 1990. It was a tremendous throwback.
I never stopped using it.
You've been using it ever since?
Oh, yeah. What?
Yeah,
And then everyone said jabroni.
What is that? The future of radio, you jabronis.
jaBROnis. Cool word.
Hey, jaBROni, show some class.
She's right, Andy. You're being a jaBROni.
jaBROni, jaBROni, XYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.
We don't believe you jabronis. Nah. We don't believe you jabronis. Nah. We don't believe you jabronis.
Oh, damn. The fire new intro.
Dude, that was my favorite one ever.
That's the long going one now. That's the no more Denise
Bobby
Mosley.
Ashley or Bobby Lashley. Aww.
I mean, it's still going to be it's going to be the description in our Twitter header forever. Mike Butler. It's always going to be there. But the new intro, we're back. We missed a week. One of our queens went down. One of our queens were sick, so we had to make sure everything was taken care of. Everyone is nice and healthy, and then we come back to wrestling.
Yeah, no. She likes to do these things where she's on and off every other week. So this week was her off week. So next week I expect her to get sick, especially because it's her birthday next week. So
yeah, but this is the jaBROni bloodline.
Funny story, real quick before we get into everything. Me and the wife decided to. Also, funny story. It's a funny story within a funny story. Supposed to have a date night last night. Supposed to go see Dane Cook last night. I realized, thankfully, before she bought the tickets, that my ID expired. And Parks won't let you in, probably, I would think. So I was like, okay, let's just go out to eat. So we go to Applebee's, have a few drinks. Meanwhile, the wreckage going on at home, Sophia decides it's a good idea to have a full milkshake from Burger King, just a medium-sized milkshake. She's 3 years old. You know, I wouldn't give her necessarily a full milkshake. You know, we come home, me and Dana, a little tipsy. So we decide to start playing Disney music and start dancing and stuff. Partially our fault about what's about to happen. Sophia gets into it, starts dancing, stops, projectile. All of it, all the milkshake.
What kind of milkshake?
It was, I think it was chocolate.
It was a chocolate.
But it was hard to say because she also, I guess after the milkshake, maybe before, maybe both, she also had grape juice.
Oh, what a combo.
It looked like a grape-flavored vomit, essentially. But we all know the milkshake was the real culprit. I mean, she drinks grape juice usually, like, all the time. So,
what a thing to go home to. It's
been a pretty wild week, for sure. And also, I forgot to brush my hair today, so I'm a little wild here.
I too had a date night last night, but it wasn't we just went bowling and they had Rampage on all the TVs.
Whoa. What bowling alley is this?
Keith, at the bar, every TV had Rampage on, and Keith Lee with his gray hair, and he grabbed. I was like watching it for a second. Like Goldust was there.
At the bowling alley or at Rampage?
No, he was in the match.
Man.
Dustin Rhodes.
Okay.
Not Goldust. I'm sorry.
Do you think like all those TVs count for ratings? Each TV
box?
is its own 0.1.
It was on do they have a splitter that goes to
maybe? Because I'm
don't know
thinking,
how
like, if
that.
Rampage does 300,000, that's probably like 10,000 right there.
Yeah, like I mean, a lot of it's just coming from a Northeast Philadelphia
Just-
bowling
yeah,
alley.
yeah.
Definitely.
Exactly.
And one bowled 199 in one of the games, no big deal.
Whoa.
No big deal.
Really?
Started out terrible. Our first game combined, I think our score was like 130 something. It was like one of those like 70 something to 50.
So
I
you
didn't
just
get a
decided to
spare.
turn it on.
Yeah, I didn't get a spare the entire first game. Neither of us got spare, strike, nothing. It was I've never done that before. Game 3, 199. I'm back, and I don't do none of that spinny shit. Good old classic, almost down the middle, but not down the middle kind of guy.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
I had a guy next to me. I just kept seeing him shooting over and over again. And some lady just sitting on the chairs like this, like almost sleeping. I guess that was just his wife. And he typed in the letter M both times, and he was just nonstop. He took both turns. She was not allowed to play. Krista was like, is he like traded for the Olympics or something? I was like, I don't know. I just always try to shoot when he's not shooting because he throws it fast and he's like pretty good. But that's the bowling update that we've been missing. We've been gone since Elimination Chamber, and since then, what happened? Oh yeah, Sophia was trying to stop the celebration, but we have a new, probably only for another. Technically, maybe it could be 24 hours. But I took the title back at Elimination Chamber. Honestly, it's been so long ago, I don't even remember how it happened.
I second guessed myself. I had Bobby. I went with Brock because of Bray Wyatt.
All of that nonsense. Yeah, and there was a switch back. Yeah, before we found out that, and we'll get into that because the whole storyline is the whole Bray Wyatt thing in general. I have turned very sour on in the past since we've.
A lot of people have.
I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know what this new persona is compared to then all of a sudden we're doing the muscle man thing. It's like you see the Vince McMahon isms sprinkled already now starting throughout this Mania card. And like, what do we do? Is this leading, like the Fiend's dead? Bray Wyatt said this, but all of this stuff is, what are your thoughts on the current situation of Bray Wyatt? I'm upset.
I will always love Bray Wyatt.
Same.
I will always love him and even him as a character. And I will go so far as to say that I don't necessarily entirely hate or dislike what's going on right now. I just don't see. I can see where there's like it's falling out of favor with a lot of people because it's not. I guess exciting would be the word. I don't know. It's not exciting. Like I like the idea of it, but I don't think it's being executed properly. And I think Bobby Lashley is a guy who should probably stay away from this kind of storyline. You know, Brock Brock's smart. You know, he knows what's going to make him look good and what's going to make him not. And this is probably one of those times where if he would have said, yeah, let's do Bray Wyatt, it probably would have made him look good. And also, I was thinking about this. If you do go Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar, one of them has to lose. And you know it's not going to be Brock because he just lost to Roman a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, it was never happening. It seems like because there's a report like Lesnar, and I don't know why that's why I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt because they had maybe plans of this, but I think they maybe should have talked to Lesnar way before they started. Like maybe talk to Lesnar before you have Wyatt go out there and say the winner better run. Mm-hmm. And then apparently they changed the finish. Lesnar was supposed to win, but then they
was it like that? I didn't know it was that.
Yeah, because apparently reporting is saying that the original finish was Brock going over, but because of all, and I could have sworn I heard years ago when they did the little thing with the Wyatt family and that he had no interest in working with Bray Wyatt. So I don't know if this halts the long haul of what their plan is with him. I don't know because we had Howdy like show up, and I just don't. The Muscle Man thing really threw me off because it's such
I don't understand why. I mean, is it because like it threw a lot of people off, or it turned a lot of people off? Is it because that it was like a Fiend thing and the Fiend's supposed to be dead?
I don't know what we're
because when he did it with Cena during the Firefly Funhouse match, I mean, it got rave reviews.
But I just don't know if we're just harping on what are we doing with the character? Is this character just a blend of everything? Why are we reaching back to things? Is it just because Hot Bobby is a muscle man? Like we're like, oh, we can use. I don't know. I just feel. I think I want the Fiend.
I mean, yeah, I think everybody does.
I think that's what it is.
I think everybody kind of wants the Fiend.
And I think them doing all these things is just making it. Because I don't think Bray Wyatt, as he is right now, beats Bobby Lashley at Mania. I think the Fiend beats Bobby Lashley. I don't know if that makes sense. Just right now, nothing with Bray Wyatt. I mean, again, he's only had like the LA Knight match.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm just interested to see where this is how they're rerouting all this with the Lesnar and all that nonsense. All right. That was one of the news things, though, about Brock Lesnar and Bray Wyatt not wanting to work with each other. So we'll move past this. We have the King and Queens. The Queen's Crown, King of the Ring, Primo Live event is going to take place in Saudi Arabia, per PW Insider. I don't know. Did they say when it's going to be?
No, not to my knowledge.
The plan is May 27th as of right now, but nothing is locked in.
Yay.
And I also know I had up last week that they had the cable. The Forbidden Door 2 is coming up in maybe the beginning of the second quarter of 2023. I know you're excited. Calm down. Hold that excitement back. All right, we have NXT star expected to move up to the main roster after WrestleMania.
Who is it? Was it Waller?
I mean, he was rumored back in December to get called up, but it's Cameron Grimes, which again I don't.
Oh, he's been talked about for a long time as well,
and I don't think he's really been. I think it was he had a dark match on SmackDown, so he's been like hovering around like dark matches. So, hey, yeah, Cameron Grimes. I remember talking about this months ago. So it seems like I haven't really seen him. I know they have their Roadblock thing coming up this Tuesday, but I haven't heard anything of Cameron Grimes at all recently. All right, we got Goldberg. Goldberg said, I made a deal with the devil and I did my job, and they owe me a retirement match.
I wonder what he means by that. Like, did he do a deal where he didn't really want to come back, but he did it as a favor, but now he's asking for a retirement match? We'll say.
56. Who are you retiring against?
That's kind of what I want to get into. I don't want to see him like put over a younger talent. Like, I don't have anything like wrong with that, but like I want to see like a Legends match. I want to see a Legends match. Let's get somebody else in there who can go at around that age. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anybody come to mind? I mean,
I do agree with you. It's like I have no interest in really seeing some younger talent beat Goldberg. I don't think it does seem more of like, but I get Yeah, I do agree. If it's gonna be like a retirement match, it would be someone he has like a history with, or like a
Yeah, like I'd love to say like a Kevin Nash, but I don't think that that's the answer really. You know,
or they'll do something with a spear, or I mean, the only person really around is Edge.
I mean, we haven't seen that, but I don't think that'd be.
I mean, everything we just said that falls into like the category, like a legend. Edge has the same, like one of the same finishers.
You kind of get Edge in the word ledge in, ledge end.
There we go. Goldberg, we got you. You
Goldberg
and Edge.
versus Edge.
Would you be happy in Saudi Arabia? All right, let's see. Austin Theory was named as the guy that Wade Barrett. Be like, hey, get back in the ring. Did he see the butthole pick, you think?
I don't see the appeal there. I don't know if that's more Austin Theory or more.
No, if that match happens, I want to see Theory get the Royal Bullhammer, Maggle, and I want to see him become the United States champion at WrestleMania, on the grandest stage of them all, in the main event.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen, but.
All right, we could start the show off with it. Royal Bull, that was. Boom. King Barrett. But I think he said he's enjoying the commentary life. And
yeah.
Again, who wouldn't?
Oh my God. I would love to do that.
Little AEW. Dax Harwood says FTR told AEW they would work until their deals are up. And then he said, I had a feel and they were not very happy with us. I feel like they're always with his podcast he does all the time. There's always FTR and Dax clips all over the place now, and little tidbits. I don't know if you were Tony Khan right now, would you be utilizing FTR if you think they're leaving? You keeping them off TV? Are they showing up after to the tag title match on the pay-per-view? Are they the ones that are going to end up dethroning whoever's going to be the champs? What do you think?
I would always be using FTR like all the time. I mean, think about it. These guys, now I hesitate to bring this up because it may or may not show credibility to the actual awards, but correct me if I'm wrong. The Observer Awards that just happened, did they not win Tag Team of the Year? And have they even wrestled? Like, when's the last time they even wrestled like on TV or anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that they had a year in which they deserve Tag Team of the Year through no fault of their own. They're just not getting booked. That being said, a lot of people still voted for them to be Tag Team of the Year. So when you have a team that is beloved by the fans like that, yeah, you should probably use them all the time. And I don't think, I think it's obvious that they're leaving or plan to. I don't know where the final destination is. Could be WWE, could not. Then again, maybe Tony's saving them for ROH.
Do you think? Oh no, I hope not. Do you think that has something to do with the relationship with Punk?
No, because I think Punk comes back. There shouldn't be an issue.
I do think it seems. Now, did you see?
They're like keeping them off TV and waiting for Punk to come back to do that whole storyline and have them all like, we could get the people talking online like we are right now, like, oh, there's issues, and then one day just have all three of them return and be like, swerve.
Did you see the little quick trailer to Tony Khan's big announcement, which we were going to talk about last week, of AEW? Was it All Access?
Yeah, I saw bits and pieces of it. I didn't actually I would be scrolling through Twitter and I would see like a portion of the clip, but I never like clicked on the actual video to watch the whole thing.
because they had like towards like the last 10 seconds of it, they had like the Elite sitting on a couch and Tony Khan, and then they mentioned something, and then Tony Khan like face palms, and then it says AEW. Like it seemed, and people were even saying it, that they were leaning towards some of that backstage stuff that happened could be insinuated on this show. That definitely looks like it's scripted, and they're in their wrestling personas.
This show is 100% scripted. They all are. Total Bella's scripted. Total Divas scripted. This scripted. All of it's scripted. Reality TV scripted.
I'm very interested to see, like, after they do a few episodes with Adam Cole's concussion, that all of a sudden in a few episodes you get the preview of that night, and then that's the episode that does big numbers. And then again, I think this could all be very strategically planned out.
I absolutely agree.
Because, and hey, I mean, I just think the Punk things definitely happen. I think what's best for business and what's best for dollar bills, seats, and the biggest ratings for your company. I think no matter what, some people have to swallow their pride. And if that means that some of those people, again, you start losing all of your founding EVPs, and they're no longer with your company, I don't know if you take that for, I don't know. It's a rough position to be in, I would say. It's a very
I would think so. I would think so. It's almost as if maybe you shouldn't have put yourself in that position in the first place.
That is very true. And again, maybe if these certain, even more certain people get titles taken off of them at a pay-per-view coming up this weekend, I mean, what does that say? But I don't know. We'll see when we get to projections. But Brock Lesnar, we'll go back to him. He was saying that some people that he was finishing up with WWE. And I mean, usually around that time, his contract expires a little bit after WrestleMania. But let's be honest, we're going to Saudi Arabia. Maybe.
So you don't think he's actually finishing up?
I think that he could be finished up, but I think he could easily be for a match.
I don't think I agree. Like, I don't think finishing up is finishing up. I feel like he's another one that should have a pretty significant final match, if he did decide to retire.
Yeah, I think
unless he didn't want it that way. But I just feel like that's a guy who should have a pretty big final match.
He's not finishing up with Omos. I don't even know what to think about that.
Sorry. All right. So you gotta put him with somebody, right? You already just had him with Bobby a few times. I mean, who are you gonna put him with? Okay. He doesn't want Bray.
Is he like the biggest? Is he the biggest guy he's been up? Like Big Show, I know he's like.
Well, Omos is 7'4", right?
He's bigger than Big Show, right?
Bigger than Big Show. I mean,
so that the idea, I guess, of the F5 on Omos is that, yeah, I guess it. Now that I'm thinking it, I guess it is.
I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's
German suplexes, and if you get
I don't think this is a German suplex match. I really don't. I don't think this is like a match that lasts more than probably like 5-6 minutes. Like, I really don't.
It has to be German suplexes then if it's going to be about one of those matches.
Yeah, I guess, but I think you do one German and then an F5 and then you go home, because it's literally just about the spectacle of seeing Omos on the shoulders of Brock Lesnar. Can he even do it? I wonder. Is it going to be one of those F5s that kind of looks like an attitude adjustment where he doesn't fall on his face, but it's more of like a lands on his back type deal? like he did with the Big Show all the time. I don't know.
It's weird that I never really. I was just thinking about name Omos versus Lesnar. I never actually thought until literally we were just talking about it, about the F5 on him, being like, wow, like, all right, yeah, that would actually be.
And it is a cool sight.
Cool.
I mean, on the stage where you had Hogan body slam Andre the Giant, this is going to be, or at least they're going to try to get it on that level. The issue is him actually doing that. Can he actually do that? Because this ain't the Big Show, you know. Like, this isn't like, I mean, God bless his soul. Omos is not necessarily the most talented person in the ring, which is another reason why this is definitely all about the spectacle. When's the last time Omos has even had a match? You know, I mean, at least that I can remember, it hasn't been in a minute.
Like, what? Oh, was it Braun at like Crown? Didn't they have a match together?
I couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. So yeah, exactly.
Crown Jewel, they had a match, Braun and Omos, and then he made that. Remember, Braun made that tweet about the flippy floppers that
right,
yes. Omos stole the show.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure he might have had, but that's the last one I can honestly. And
yes. So let's call that was the last match that he had. That wasn't a squash match. I don't count the squash matches, obviously.
Was he in the Rumble? He was in the Rumble, right?
Probably.
Yeah, that's about it.
But yeah, so you don't book this. I guess unless you're Vince, which could very well be the case that Vince pushed for this, but like you don't book this and like thinking, all right, Omos is really good, Brock's really good, we're gonna have this barn burner of a match. This isn't even two big men slapping meat, two big beefy men slapping meat. This is Lesnar getting Omos up for the F5. That's why I think it's only going to be like 5-6 minutes.
I'm with you. I'm with you on this.
And Lesnar goes over, obviously. Omos isn't beating Brock.
I think that needs to yeah. Yeah. Tony Khan, he's more announcements, man. 2023 will be the biggest year yet for AEW. I have major announcements coming soon that are important to AEW and our fans. This man is announcements, man. He loves them.
He does love his announcements. And you know what? I gotta say, when I was a young chap watching the WWE, I would lose my shit when I would hear that there was an earth-shattering, groundbreaking, blockbuster announcement from anybody. So I appreciate this from Tony Khan because it does get the viewers in and everything. But eventually you gotta deliver, you know? Like something big, something huge. CM Punk returning, that's not that big. It's not that big of a blockbuster announcement. Not saying that that's what he's announcing. I'm talking like Brock Lesnar coming to AEW.
I'm saying
earth-shattering.
Bring out Adam Cole and tell me you're doing Total Divas. And I'm like, yes, I'm in. That kind of announcement. Dude, I'm gonna watch that more than I would ever watch that one episode of Rampage.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
We're
doing the weekly TOFs all AEW all access recap, just like we tried to do with Carmella and Corey Graves YouTube.
In our defense, I think our show lasted just as long as that segment lasted just as long as that show did as a whole. All right.
You talking Carmella or something to me? Corey and Carmella to me? It was great. I have the overlay somewhere and the theme song, the video. Oh God.
We can always go back to it. We never finished the show. It's on YouTube.
It's there. It's always there.
It's there. It'll always be there. It's always an option.
All right. This piece of shit. Bully Ray.
Hold on. I wasn't done yet.
I'm sorry.
The Tony Khan announcement thing. The one thing he can announce, I mean, can you announce when your video game's coming out? Because there are a lot of people who are upset that the video game hasn't even been announced. Like, there's no date. Where's the date? When's it coming out? You said coming soon. That was coming soon ago.
That was coming soon.
Let's go.
It's not coming out until like probably the end of the summer, at least.
At which point your whole roster will probably be different.
Just because the fact that WWE's new game is coming out and it's going to ride that wave for like
next week.
Is it really already?
Well, the 13th. The 13th.
It's already March. Yeah, we're already getting to. Yeah, so I mean that's going to be riding the wave from now to the summertime or whatever. And I feel like that's probably the best time to do it when school's starting back up. Or I mean, again, they could just wait till right before the holidays and put it out. But then at that point, is the physical disc made? Is it?
It has to be. It has to be. Like
In
I
that
think
case, you got to get it out. Like because
I think
you
it's
better
ready
have a
to
great
go.
update. You better have an.
Like I know they were waiting for the ESRB rating or whatever, because of the blood, and they had to tone back the blood, and who knows. That could take forever for all I know. I'm not a video game maker. Wish I was, but I'm not. But I just find it very odd that there's not a release date released yet.
And maybe they're trying to figure out the roster things. Maybe that's a thing they're working on where when they actually put the game out, they can announce like, hey, everyone was worried about the game being out of date or whatever. Guys, when the game releases, there's going to be an update out there, and it's going to literally have everything almost up to date that they possibly. It could be that. I don't know. As a gaming, that's how I would at least want to be. If I'm a huge fan waiting for this, I would want to be like, yeah, maybe they're going to surprise us, and there's just going to be like a. And again, was the game were things printed when Punk was on the cover? Like, I don't know how long the process of making a video game is. Like, did they already have the cases made with the paper and the label of the game? And
I think you're thinking too much into it.
I'm just trying to give them the benefit of it. I don't know how to make a game. I'm trying to give
I don't know how to make a game either, but you got all that. Meanwhile, I'm looking at Leviathan Batista right now. I'm looking at the prototype screenshots. I'm looking at Randy Orton when he was like not cool, and Brock Lesnar with red tights. Like, I'm looking at good shit from 2K23.
And also, the way that the game is and the creation, the community, you can have an AEW game on 2K. You can do it now in 2K22. And again, it's like, but honestly, the graphics are better than whatever this new game's going to be. It's going to have that N64 style, but you can literally have the AEW game with the WWE game all the way down to like all the moves are in there for the most part.
That's facts. That's facts. It's true.
But now, so this piece of shit, Bully Ray, man, he's saying that when MJF comes out for his entrance, there's a lot of smiling. When Bully comes out, nobody is smiling. This guy trying to bust it open, trying to hold on to relevancy.
Well, hold on.
Let's go at Matt Cardona, done beefing with him on and something no one watches. Let's go to MJF now.
Hold on now. Hold on. There's relevance to what he's saying, though. I mean, everyone is excited about MJF when he comes out, right?
It's not his fault.
I mean, so like, not that I feel that way about Bully Ray. I mean, but I get what he's saying. For instance, and I'm very glad that this is brought up because it's something that I have to like, that I realized I caught myself doing last night watching SmackDown. But for instance, Triple H, Evolution Triple H to be specific. Actually, 2000 Triple H and Evolution Triple H to be specific. Hated him, right? Like I didn't like him. I didn't like what he was doing. He was a really good heel. He wasn't a good heel to the point where like, oh, it's so awesome, he's so cool, like MJF is. He's a heel. Like, I hate what he's doing. I hate that he attacked this guy with a sledgehammer. I hate that I hate that how he attacked Eric Bischoff's special needs nephew. Like, that guy sucks. I don't think he's cool. MJF, he's edgy. Not to bring up your favorite word, he's edgy. He's the hot thing right now, and everybody loves it. Much like Roman Reigns. Everybody likes Roman Reigns because of how awesome he is.
And this is also why it's another comparison. When I was reading this, I was just like, all right, well, like the two biggest heels right now in wrestling are like MJF and Roman Reigns, and
that's a quote unquote situation. Heels.
And that's, yeah. So, and everybody still loves them, but then at the same time, there's moments like last night where he's getting booed and Cody's out there and they're chanting Cody, and he does this like there's certain aspects of the heel that I just think they both are very good at. And with bullies, I don't know. Yeah, maybe MJF does it. And if you think about it, MJF's always being a dick. He's always saying.
It's probably why he got dumped.
Yeah, and I didn't even know about that until
maybe
while watching the show, and that was really. And I heard apparently like that really happened, and that was even funnier. Did he say that? Did Bryan Danielson say like?
He said something.
Banging rats and pinning mats, huh? So I was like, oh shit. Okay.
Solid.
Should we let's kind of like talk about SmackDown and then
just like kind of based off of what we were just saying about and how I was saying about Triple H and stuff. I haven't felt that in a while. Like someone comes out and does something like dastardly to where it's like, oh my god, I hate him. Like I'm very aware that this is a show and they're supposed to be doing what they're doing. When Triple H was out doing his thing, I was like, dude, I fucking hate this guy. I wish someone would just punch him in the fucking face, dude. Like, I'd be like, all right, come on, Eugene, you got this. Like, I get into that shit. Haven't felt that way in a very long time up until recently. Okay. And I had another showing of it again last night. And it's Dominic Mysterio. Seeing him get into Ray's face like that for like 2 weeks in a row now, I found myself on the couch last night just like, come on, Ray, just fucking do it. Just do it. And I stopped myself. I was like, holy shit, dude. Ray's like got me like, or not Ray, Dominic got me like that. Like I'm actually, like I know what this story is. I know how it's gonna like unfold. But I'm sitting here right now watching a show that I know this is scripted. But I'm sitting here be like, come on, Ray, just fucking do it, dude. Just do it. And I haven't felt like that in such a long time. And it's fucking Dominic Mysterio that's doing this to me. Can you believe that?
I'm right on board. Yeah, the first hour of SmackDown was awesome. I thought it literally went from the Cody Roman stuff was great, went right into my girl Rhea Ripley getting a full entrance with the banger.
I didn't even listen to it. Tell him, bitch. Dominic, I think I was like knee deep in puke by that time.
She comes out, gets the win with Dominic, go backstage, and then Dominic gets challenged, come out man to man. He comes back out with Rhea. Awesome. But yeah, we had that. They kicked off the show with the Roman Cody. We had Roman saying to Cody, like, oh, your daddy didn't ever really mention you or say anything. Like, just, I thought it was a great begin to the big night 2 main event of Mania. I thought they started off great down to the offering the handshake and then Cody going off and then finally the handshake. And it's a heating up. And then we got a bunch of stuff going on with the bloodline where now Roman's leaning everything on not Jay now. Jay keeps needing time. Finally, Jimmy tells him like he's just kind of saying, piss off. Like, and now, but still, Roman's not upset with Jay. Now it seems like all of his anger is going towards Jimmy. So it seems like how this all began, this storyline, where he ended up battling with each Uso. He could now be slowly. It's all falling apart now.
It's unraveling.
He's getting paranoid.
I mean, you gotta think though that Jay. I mean, it has to lead to Jay at least coming back, right? Or do you think so we can get a full-fledged Sammy and KO versus Usos match? Or do you think during that match he will also be conflicted?
I think this has to lead to, I guess, something big happen on SmackDown with Sammy having like a one-up or something, and Jay comes and takes Sammy out. And then it's like, they're boys. And then I don't know how, like, I think that's how you would do it, because I think that's the huge, but wasn't it originally like Jimmy and Sammy, and he had to work for Jay? What a complicated storyline. But yeah, you're going to keep throwing KO in and out there weekly. Remind you that he's around. He was on, he let you know he was on Raw. He's like, yo, my goal is to just end the bloodline, and I don't need help. He's got to keep mentioning he doesn't need help, because we all know he's going to need some help.
Yeah.
What else happened on Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey versus Tegan Natalia?
I'm over those two. I shouldn't be, but I am.
It seems like they're doing this where with the tag titles with like Ronda and Shayna, we're going to have Damage Control. It looks like we're going to have, well, obviously the champs, Lita and Trish, and I don't know if they're going to work like a Bailey, and I don't know what the hell they're doing, but we have time for that. Let's focus on AEW. There was a Face of the Revolution ladder match in which we have Powerhouse Hobbs, who now is going to have a shot at the TNT title, which would end up being the winner of Wardlow and Samoa Joe this Sunday, which we'll get into for predictions. But for now, we know the winner will be facing Hobbs on Dynamite. Jericho and Peter Avalon had a match.
Ooh. Let me
pretty
Google it. Hold on.
Pretty Peter Avalon.
Let me Google it.
He was with the Librarian. He was the.
Oh my god! I remember the Librarian. I remember it at like.
It was like blue pants and
review ever, but like. Crazy.
That's about now. He's in like their. I forget the name of their faction. Him with like Nemeth. And God, Orange Cassidy beat Big Bill. And I think like Stokely Hathaway, the stipulation for that was if Orange Cassidy won, then Stokely Hathaway has to have a match with Hook. I don't know when that's happening. I didn't see anything about it, so it's not in our predictions, but it would be a waste anyway. So yeah, apparently I think Hook.
Yeah, totally misutilization of Stokely Hathaway's talent. Not anybody else.
Tony Storm and Riho we did. And then the main event was the Casino Tag Team Battle Royal, with the winner getting added to the tag team title match at Revolution. And we ended up getting
pretty wild tag team match that we're going to end up having.
I mean, it makes sense out of all of them. If you're looking at it originally, they're like the two biggest merch sellers in the company. I'm just saying, like, of course it makes sense. So, I mean, also, again, it wouldn't be, I don't think it's happening, but out of that match, like if I had to pick like a long shot out of the whole thing, I wouldn't be surprised if they put the tag titles on them for some reason out of everybody.
Talking OC and Danhausen?
Mm-hmm.
I would agree.
But it's like super, like, I feel like it's a long shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if it happened. Absolutely.
But if it happened, I'd be like, well, I'm like, that, like, all right. But I think mostly we have 9 matches for this card. So I think we should start getting into it because I feel like we're going to have a little discussion about each. We don't focus heavy on AEW, but we're going to do it now. We're going to do it so hard. So let us get into our AEW Revolution predictions. All right, so we are here to do predictions for AEW Revolution. We have 9 matches on the card. One's on the buy-in, the pre-show. And then we have 8 matches on the main card. What we do here, we do our confidence points. So we're going to have 9 matches. So match you're most confident in, you put your most points on, least confident your lowest. You can only use the number once, and that's how we do it. We are going to start off with the pre-show. And this is the Varsity Athletes and Daivari versus Mark Briscoe and the Lucha Brothers.
Okay.
Hey, I just found out about this one this morning when I was putting everything together. This was added a little bit later.
You're the champion. So
right.
Do you want to go first? Do you want to defer?
I can start this off if you want. You're going to be a little, once I heard, I'm taking a shot right out of the gate. I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
I am taking Briscoe and the Lucha Brothers. I feel like they're not going to make a Briscoe lose on the pay-per-view coming up. I don't watch Dark or Elevation. I don't know anything about the Varsity Athletes and Daivari at all. I know Mark Sterling. I don't know. I'm very confident that this is a Briscoe Lucha Brothers 0 hour exciting win. I'm putting 8 on this one.
Literally have the same thing. I just decided that like as soon as I saw the card right now. Didn't know this match was happening, but yeah, they're not going to have Briscoe lose yet. So yeah, 8 points on the same exact thing.
Nice. I like it. And then because I don't know, good. We can worry about
the shot in the dark at the start of your little thing there. You say you were taking a shot in the dark and saying that, like that's so obvious.
No, but putting that many.
No, that's not. That's whatever, dude.
Because they're gonna start. I feel. Because this is a rough one. I feel some of these could go different ways. And except like there's 2 other ones I'm pretty sure that are 100%. All right, how should we do this next? Should I just go down in the order that I have them?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm just gonna next one up. We have the 4-way match for the tag titles. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, the champs, the Guns, the Acclaimed, and the already mentioned Danhausen and Orange Cassidy. All right, you're starting this one off.
Yeah, so again, know very little about the story here. I know that Jarrett and Lethal won a battle royal, right? Or a match to get in here. and then OC and Danhausen also won the Battle Royal. And then you got the Acclaimed and the Guns thing. I think this really comes down to the Guns and the Acclaimed because they already have that built-in story. Is this a ladder match or is this like a regular ass match?
The regular ass match, I think.
Regular ass match. I'm gonna go with the Guns, and I'm gonna go the extra mile and say that Billy turns on the Acclaimed. As far as points, I don't know. What do you? I know nothing of this. It would be so smart to put one on this, but I know that there's going to be other matches where I have no idea what's going on. So I'm going to go right kind of in the middle. I'm going to give this a 4. I'm going to put the 4 on the Guns.
All right. So with this one here, Claim are super over. They don't need to get the titles back right now. I don't think it's necessary.
Doesn't matter that they're over anyway.
I feel like what you just said about Daddy Ass turning on the Acclaimed could take place. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, I instantly just write off.
Yeah, because Jay Lethal, I still don't think he's won a match in AEW yet.
Yeah, I don't see them winning at all. Now my dark horses, Orange Cassidy, Danhausen, top merch sellers. Danhausen said there's enough room in that JanSport bag for more titles to put in. So again, if I could see, but it wouldn't make sense. I guess. And also, what's up with FTR? Is this leading to? And then again, if other certain, just what the tag division in general, I don't think they want to play hot potato with the titles. So I am with you. I think the Gun Club's going to retain, and I got 3 on them. All right. Next up here, we have a 3-way for the AEW Women's World Championship. We have Jamie Hayter defending against Ruby Soho and Saraya. I am starting this one off. I think the whole Saraya and Tony Storm going around with, I think, spray painting like L's on people and stuff. It's corny. I think Ruby Soho's in this match to take the pin. Jamie Hayter retains 7.
Kind of with you. All I know about this match is that I think Ruby's kind of caught in the middle of it, they're
trying to put sides are trying to
they're trying to do that little thing. I think that could play a factor into this.
The title is a bargaining chip then at that point.
I guess I don't know.
Daddy.
Queen Sophia.
Hey, boo boo.
What are you doing there?
My show.
Yeah, tell her to pick.
I think that Ruby Soho really need to start paying attention to this stuff. I think I'll just go Jamie Hayter. There's there are other matches where I can take the leap.
Yeah, I don't
take the chance.
I don't think this is the one to take the. There's other ones that are coin flips. There's a lot more that are coin flips. I think this
as far as points go, you went 7. I kind of trust your judgment over my own. I'll go 6. So in case we're wrong, I don't lose as many points as you do.
Yeah, I think that's a. I don't. Jamie Hayter's hot. Still, everyone loves her. I don't see why you would take it off her right now. All right,
If I didn't know, like if I went into this completely blind and didn't know that Saraya and Tony Storm were doing that stupid spray paint thing, I probably would have picked Saraya.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, I need to talk out my reasoning. I had to start off. I had to give my logic for it, and that's one of the. That's very cringe. Okay, next up, we have Chris Jericho and Ricky Starks. Everyone is banned from ringside, and I know you start this off. I'm even going to give you a nugget that you probably didn't know about.
I bet I do know about it.
Oh, okay, never mind. So you know.
No. Say it.
It was originally they had to change everyone is banned from ringside. It originally said the JAS is banned from ringside.
How's that a nugget?
Everyone is banned. It's just, I feel they switched it. That's what I meant. They switched it. It was now it says JAS is banned from ringside.
Okay. There's your nugget.
I'm sorry, I confused you.
There's your nugget.
So it's
actually, I caught that on that little card there immediately, and I was like, what's the deal there? Because like that's kind of like that kind of sticks out. You know, that's like if I'm using context clues, that sticks out a little bit.
So if they say everyone, you're like, all right, so there's nobody can get involved with this. If you change it to
JAS, that means that someone can still get involved in it.
And that's we're getting a new member of the JAS possibly. And it's also a Chris Jericho match. And it's a Chris Jericho feud.
So I was going to say my logic going in was I know they've had matches before. I don't know how many. Have they had 2 matches or 1 that you recall?
They might have had.
I know Ricky Starks came out on top once. I'm not sure about twice.
I feel like they've had 2. I feel like 1 and 1.
But either way, I was. So you think it's 1 on 1? 1 on 1?
I feel like it is.
I'm a huge Ricky Starks fan. Love his look. Love everything about it. Then there's Jericho. Then there's JAS is banned from ringside. Gonna put 1 on Jericho.
Buddy, I have the exact same thing. I originally was switching this. I was thinking like 2 or 1 on Starks for a while. And I was like, yo, you do this every time. And if you're going to be wrong, it's fine on this one. I was like, you always take like Starks in this situation because you always think like, nah, it's like Starks has the momentum. I mean, after the thing with MJF, like he's in this thing. I think he kind of needs to get out of this feud with JAS, but I only think it's going to go. I think it's going to continue. I don't know. This could continue to all out.
Could.
So, yeah, I don't know if you get the Action and Dread A turn or something along those lines where he comes out and helps out Jericho. Someone comes out and helps Jericho. I mean, hey, he just trademarked Jericho. That's a very Chris Jericho thing to do. Maybe Paul White comes out and helps Chris Jericho somehow. I could see, I just see Jericho somehow winning, cheating, and we continue this storyline. But the old me would have taken Ricky Stark. So yeah, I got 1 on Jericho as well. All right. Next up, we have Texas Death Match. Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page.
This is one of the matches that I want you to let you know that this is one of the matches that I like had decided before we even started. So I want you to know that no matter what you're about to say, my mind is already made up. Just so you know.
Am I starting this one off?
You are.
I'm right in the middle of this on this one. I still think, because I feel like I picked against the Moxley vacation. I was ready for the Moxley vacation on the last pay-per-view, and I was wrong about that. But I'm still on. I think it's time for the vacation. I'm gonna keep saying this. So a Texas death match, like, yeah, Moxley should win this, and technically it's like 2-1 Moxley. So it's like, do we just finish this off? It's like, no. Again, I feel like this is another one that could potentially go on. Maybe. What do you do after a death match? Like maybe a cage match, something. I don't know. But I think Hangman has to win this one. I think the Blackpool Combat Club, they're all like going to be heel after Bryan Danielson's going to lose probably to some really heelish tactics. I think we got Blackpool Combat Club like full-blown heel. Maybe we get Hangman and a crew. Maybe we get a Blood and Guts. Yeah. I'm on board. Yeah. Hangman, Adam Page, I'm going. I got 5 on Hangman. My God, I just booked Blood and Guts too. Well, Blood and Guts 3, but Blood and Guts also. Booker of the Year.
You are so stupid. There's no way Moxley loses a Texas death match.
Yes, he does.
No way. I'm going Moxley 3 points. I'm so confident that I don't even have a reasoning why I'm doing this. It's not because I haven't paid attention to this at all, because I have 100%. Moxley 3 points for sure.
Oh yeah.
Difference.
Yes. I don't think they're gonna keep slamming down Hangman and Adam Page for the big. I think his rise up starts now, and I think Moxley's gonna be gone for a little tiny bit. And by a little bit, I mean like 2 or 3 days, and he's gonna be on Dynamite.
I disagree with you.
What? You disagree? He's gonna be on Dynamite 100%. Moxley's not going anywhere. He's never getting a vacation. All right. Next up, Samoa Joe. Mr. Two Belts. He's defending that TNT title against Wardlow. We have Hobbs waiting on Dynamite. You, sir. You're on deck.
I am.
Now, this is weird with having the challenger already just kind of waiting there in the match, hovering over there.
So I've kind of know what's going on here. And this is he's defending the TNT title, right?
Yes.
Which Powerhouse Hobbs has a right to challenge for now, correct?
They had the triple threat match, I believe, at the last pay-per-view.
Interesting.
Where I think we all picked like Wardlow and like Samoa Joe won. We were like, wow. Everyone wanted Hobbs to win. That's the thing I'll say, even without I'm not making a pick yet. I think Hobbs is winning the title on Wednesday. I just don't know how they're going to take the title off of Samoa Joe if they're going to do it.
I had an epiphany. I am going to not share that with you because it'll give it away. But just know that Wardlow was beating Samoa Joe. And I'm going to put 5 points on Wardlow. Boom.
Yeah. I originally, on one of my drafts, I had 8 points on Wardlow. I ended up throwing 4 on Wardlow because the whole Hobbs thing, when I just started thinking about it more, I was just like, oh, do they want to? I just thought, I think Samoa Joe's going to, he's going to be a staple on the ROH show. So again, I just feel Wardlow lost his hair for this feud. Wardlow's winning this match.
Is he bald now?
He's got like a really short, like crew cut. Like,
oh wow,
yeah, he cut it all off.
Shame.
Shame. Next up, we have the AEW World Trios Championships on the line. We have the Elite taking on House of Black. And I got this one going. This is one of, I'm putting one of my low numbers left on this one. All right. So with this storyline a lot, we have lights getting turned out a lot, nonstop. To the point when they go home Dynamite, I believe it happened, and then they were standing there with the titles, holding them up. And then they put them down in a promo backstage. For some reason, I feel somehow they're going to be in the ring. The lights are going to go out. It might be in a situation close to where like the Elite's about to win, but the lights go out and go back on. And then someone from House of Black is just pinning the Elite. And like the ref just 1, 2, 3. And I think House of Black's going to win this match. I feel the Elite came back. They did the best of 7. I just think this is more of the House of Black having momentum. And I think needing the titles more than the Elite right now. And also, again, I don't know if with all the stuff going on with the Elite, like I think Kenny needs to maybe be pulled out back into like singles competition, like MJF and possibly I don't know, but I think that's the direction that they should go in. I'm not confident on it, but I do think House of Black should win this match. But I got 2 on House of Black.
I'm sorry, what?
No, it's more of like that's more of like a want situation. I just feel like I'd rather see House of Black have the titles than the Elite right now.
I also have 2 points on it, and I disagree with everything you said, so I'm going to pick the Elite and put 2 points on it.
Yeah, that's the first one. I honestly like the Mox and Hangman thing. Like I 100% feel that I'm on the right side of that one.
You're 100% wrong with that one. Yeah, I agree.
And that's how you, but like this one is 50-50 to me. This one, either team could win. And
no, you're also 100% wrong on this one as well.
All right.
We have 2 more, right? If
yes.
my math is correct. Okay.
Let's go 2. No holds bar. Jack Perry, Christian Cage.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
This was like last minute on Dynamite with a video promo with a gravestone with Christian Cage on it and Jack Perry there. Dirt and digging. I don't know if it's like a buried alive match. It seems.
So like this feud has been so wild. I mean, I'm trying to remember. I know so Christian's been out for a while. Just came back. I know that maybe there was some comeuppance for him before he got hurt and left.
Yeah, there was concertos, and then Jack Perry almost did the concerto to Christian Cage, and then he stopped him last minute and then busted him open at the top of the stage. Luchasaurus, I feel like hasn't been around for a while. But let's be honest. Oh no, you're picking that right. But I feel like I think this all needs to end. I think we've reached our.
Yeah, I agree. It's just like I know like he's a vet and everything, but he hasn't gone over in quite some time, if I recall. Christian. Fuck it. I'm gonna go Jack and put 7 on him.
Hell yeah. I'm right below. I got 6 on Jungle Jack Perry. Jungle Man. And then we got the main event. 60-minute Iron Man match. MJF, Bryan Danielson. And it looks like I can just see from the process of elimination, we both have our 9 points on. I don't know. You yeah, there it is.
MJF.
Yeah, I got it, MJF. We all got MJF. This is going to be I don't know. Part of me wants to see like MJF like cheat and then just like knock him out and just like pin him like 20 times consistently over and over again. Just see something that you haven't seen in like an Iron Man match before. But I don't think there's any way this could be bad at all.
It's not gonna be bad. I would watch it if it didn't cost money.
I will be watching this whole show probably on a complete delay. I have tickets for Kevin Nealon on Sunday night.
Old SNL man.
Yeah, so I honestly think that I will not. I think I might shut my phone off completely Sunday and come home and like just watch it later on and look at all everything happen. Or I'm gonna have it on my phone and be sneaking looking at it.
Kevin Nealon be like, "What are you doing?" Like, sorry,
dude.
Big
Revolution.
Loved you on SNL. Loved you in Happy Gilmore. Great.
All right, but predictions locked in. It looks like the big ones we're looking at here. Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page. And House of Black and the Elite.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that we would have like more. I think if I lose this one, the next one we do, which I guess would be WrestleMania, so probably not the one, I'll just pick the opposite of whatever you do. Like the whole card.
No, it takes. I had to take a few shots before I got it back, and a leaked story on Twitter ended up backfiring because someone didn't want to do a job to somebody or work with them, so somebody kicked somebody in the nuts, and I won the title. That just happens sometimes. Luck. And yeah, I don't know. Should be interesting. They trimmed down. We don't have like 14 matches because we have to have a 60-minute Iron Man match on the card. So we can't have all these matches. I'm assuming they're probably going to put like that maybe Stokely Hathaway and Hook thing on like the pre-show, but who cares? But we're locked in. We're ready. Their predictions. Revolution. All right. So now that that's out of the way, it's been I had mine locked and loaded for a while. We do it all the time here. It's jaBROni of the week.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
jaBROni of the week time. I stored mine from last week and I'm using it. It's personal and I've been holding on to it, so I'm locked in. Do you want me to start off? Are you ready to go?
No, yours is like sounds really, really good. I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had 0 options coming into today. I didn't even think about it all week. As we pushed record on this, I had 2 options, and within the last 2 minutes, I've had 3 options. This is why I scroll Twitter while I do the show too. You know, this is research being done all the time. So my first option was there were 2 men who held Eagles wide receiver Zach Pascal at gunpoint and robbed him. You're an asshole. Option 2 was the actual pitch clock in Major League Baseball. I fucking hate it and can't stand it and wish it would go away. But option 3, and I think this one is the one that's gonna take the cake. This was just broken on Twitter by a page that's been pretty reliable, ML Football. Here's the news. Jackson Mahomes, brother of MVP Patrick Mahomes, is accused of pushing a waiter and sexually assaulting the owner of an Overland Park restaurant. Said owner, he forcibly kissed me out of nowhere, and I'm pushing him off, saying, "What are you doing?" And then he did it 2 more times.
Was this a guy or a girl he did it to?
I don't know. That's all it says. Either way,
not that it matters, but
Jackson Mahomes, for a multitude of reasons. I mean, not just this. I mean, I'm surprised you haven't been on this show yet. You are always been an annoying prick. I hate that I'm even giving you the time of day, so I will stop. Just know that you are the jaBROni of the week, and you should be violated.
Yeah, like he deserves to be on way more than Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, that's true.
What were we thinking? Every time we gave it to Dominic, we should have gave it to Jackson Mahomes.
All the time.
Lesson learned.
Can we take Dominic Mysterio out of the jaBROni Hall of Fame?
Yeah, we have the power to actually
Can we do that?
Revoke our we have to somehow I have to sometime go back to the couple times that we did that at the beginning of the show, and we have to do a reaction and watch it and be like, whoa.
Oh yeah, just like every time we shit on Dominic Mysterio.
I'll find it. I can find it.
Oh, that's definitely year 1 jaBROnis for sure.
Absolutely. Some day 1-ish. All right. But mine's on a personal level. So about 2 weeks ago, I was supposed to go to New York to have a little surgery done. I have this AVM. It's a problem with my blood vessels in my side, and it basically always feels like I'm getting stabbed, and it's just turning. And I'm always hovered over in pain. I'm always pressing on it. And I've had 7 of these things done throughout Temple here in Philly. Just all 2 different hospitals in Philly now. So finally I found someone in New York who does something different. He's doing something with a bonding glue that helps. Basically, my blood vessels they compared it when they diagnosed it. If you throw a bunch of headphones, cords, earbuds into a school bag and shake it up and pull them out. And then you have to grab one of those. I need a pair of headphones, and you got to untangle them. That's what my blood vessels are doing currently right now. So everything's set up. Going to New York, book a hotel. I book a parking spot in a parking garage right nearby. Literally get in the car. like in the car, engine started, getting ready to pull away. The kids are out, called out of school for 2 days. We have written consent. I went and got a COVID test, went through a drive-through, had to have it within 2 days before everything set up. They had my insurance information for weeks. I get a call when we're about to put the car in drive from the hospital saying, there's something with the insurance where there's approvals or something still, and that it has to be off, and that if I do come to have it, it's completely out of pocket. And we're talking probably what they're going to do is probably high 5 figures. Just because I've seen the bill layout for ones in the past with the insurance coverage or whatever. So just at that point, just like, I kind of just like scoff at the situation. Of course, so my check-in for the hotel was at 4, and I think I got this call at like 4:05, but honestly, I did it through booking.com, and I really think you really can't cancel at that point anyway. So I'm out like 140 on a hotel. So I canceled the parking, because I paid for parking for 2 days. It was like $155. I was like, I'll just keep the car there, stay at the hotel, go to the hospital, might have to stay overnight. After I'm done the hospital, go back, get the car, we're out. They like double charged me for the parking originally, and then they closed it out. So the parking, we were good. I was out like $140 some on a hotel. So they schedule it for now, apparently on the 15th. And I still have not heard anything. And I was just like, I'm not doing anything until last minute now, because what are we doing? So I guess it all comes down to insurance companies. You really did me dirty on this one. A huge jaBROni of the week. I guess that's all. I've just held this. I was not surprised. I mean, of course, this would happen. A little hiccup, but we'll see. We'll see if they can redeem themselves. But I don't know if it's simply because I'm here in Pennsylvania and it's New York, and I don't. But again, I feel like insurance, you have it, it should cover it. But what do I know, right? So Jackson Mahomes insurance policies. Who else do we have?
Just insurance policy.
Insurance policies in general. God damn it. Jackson Mahomes jaBROni of the week.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. All right. We're on YouTube. Get at it. Go like, subscribe, tell your friends, share it on your social medias and whatnot. Maybe they change it now. It's like youtube.com @ the jaBROnis pod. You can put the little @ symbol now in the
I didn't know that. You can do that.
Yeah, they're all running through little @ symbols now. So yeah, we're on Twitter, jaBROnis pod. You could follow me on Twitter. I'm @ Happy jaBROni.
I am Madcap jaBROni. Still relevant.
It is. Mine's relevant too. We're gonna do stuff with Corbin, right? Right? I don't even think we're getting a battle royal. I think the battle royal is 100% going to be on SmackDown.
Yeah, for sure.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Or Cinnamon Toast Crunch match. Oh, do you think that like Brock and Omos could end up being the Cinnamon Toast Crunch match? Or do you think Bray and Bobby are getting the Cinnamon Toast Crunch match?
Not a chance.
In the Firefly Funhouse and Cinnamon Toast
I
Crunch.
think it'll be like Chelsea Green and fucking anybody else. Yes.
Adam Pearce and Chelsea Green in a CT Crunch match.
Yes.
That's way better than... No, Brock Lesnar and Omos. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Give it to me. That's how you sell cereal right there. All right, but we have Revolution Sunday night. We'll be back here next week discussing the outcome and what's been going on. We're on the road now. We are a month away, just under a month from WrestleMania night 1 and 2. And we'll see if this is the Triple H era. Are we going to get a big Raw after WrestleMania? Or is Vince is back? Are we going to get I don't know. What are we expecting? We have a lot to build up to after, but it's AEW time, right?
Yes, it is AEW time.
All right. Anything else before we?
No, I think I'm all set.
All right. Everybody enjoy a Revolution.
I know I will.
Yeah, jaBROnis. Out.
jaBROni, jaBROni, XYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.
We don't believe you, jaBROni. We don't believe you, jaBROni. We don't believe you, jaBROni.